Welcome traders to freetradingvideos.com. Every once in a while you wish you could get a trade back. This is exactly what happened in MHP. This stock had been consolidating in an area. Kind of interesting to see this break out of the 100 MA, run up into a great area of resistance, which I'll show you in a minute, and then pull back to support at the 100. This is the crux of a nice pullback buy scenario. And I was looking to get into that stock if it could take out the high of the previous day, which again would be right through here. Right, next day that happens, then I could just put a protective stop below $38, never right at the round number. And let me scrunch this up just a bit so you can see this great resistance area and what we're trading into. So $39, you can see a little filled gap back in this area, right through here. A good bit of resistance up through here, and especially at the high. So that's what I was seeing before I took the trade. Let me go back to that and tab through it. The next day, I've filled on that trade. All right, very good. We're in stock. Nice stop limit order. Protected as well with my automatic protective stop. And the stock goes beautifully right up into our area of resistance. All right, so very nice. I'm sitting here watching. Very good. The stock is going nicely in my favor. And I didn't actually exit this trade until all the way out in October. Alright, so on the 7th, I'll just go ahead and go over there. On that day right there, I exited half of my trade. Alright, so not bad. I even took out a lot of overhead resistance. Remember all that back there? It's running up into this area. That's why I exited that trade. Alright, on at least half of that position. Alright, I'll kind of stay out in this level. And this stock consolidated beautifully actually right below that level all the way until I exited the trade on that day right there. So this stock is doing a great job actually of consolidating on its high. It's not really selling off. There's no reason for me to exit that trade, but I did get out of that trade right there. The entire position is out. Very nice run, right? So it's a pretty good move. Took a big chunk out of that until I saw what happened the next day. Again, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? The biggest green bar on the chart. All right, I'm out of the trade already. And this stock never looked back. This stock took off like you can't believe. It never really even pulled back significantly. I wouldn't have been stopped out of this trade on the other half of my trade until there's a pretty big bar coming up here pretty soon. You'll see it as well. There's also several other entries. This is the beginning of a nice high base breakout, and then the stock actually put in too deep of a correction coming up here. But this is a huge amount of money to leave on the table. All right, so I'm just doing a little bit there. So almost anybody would have been stopped out of that trade at this point. But look what I left on the table in the scenario. Here's the breakout that occurred the day after I exited the entire trade back in here. And this is what I left on the table. All right, so I write that up in a journal, take notes on that, try not to make the same mistake twice, and we'll be better traders from here on out. So thank you for attending freetradingvideos.com, where trading education equals trading profits.